What does katana mean? It means Japanese sword. Sword. Sword.
Going.
Sword.
Ming Dynasty pussy got me acting unwise.
Welcome.
That was a good. Was that two different soundboards synced up? Did you guys plan that?
We literally actually went across
what?
like the
It
psychic
was?
space.
You guys,
That was,
like on the
It literally
temporal
sounded like one
plane.
to me.
Like,
Like,
listener, we're not
connected.
even shitting you. We both just hit separate buttons simultaneously without
crazy.
any planning. Yeah.
And we both clapped the mildly Chinese ones.
That's crazy. Are we syncing up, boys? Have we achieved sync?
We're really in kind of a flow state
Sync
here.
complete.
Yeah.
You know, I just got back from the gym. I was on my Sigma Grindset. I had the watch on, hopped into the Aston Martin, lost control of the vehicle, smashed into an underpass, assaulted by a homeless person, defended myself. Now we're here.
So did you guys hear about this Neuralink shit that was going on? Elon Musk is trying to get this out. I've read an article that talked about how his plan for it is to like let you stream music directly to the brain, and it seems like sci-fi. I don't know how the fuck he's gonna pull it
That's been like
off.
a thing for a while. Like he's been talking about that.
Kind of, yeah.
Right?
It's been I don't know if it was a Kickstarter or one of those crowdfund things,
That's
but
like
it's
a TED Talk.
I don't know if it started off as that, but they're apparently, I think it's like 2025. They're working on like getting it out. It's not just going to be for listening to Amazon Prime. It's going to be mainly, I think, to start off with a medical thing. Like it's going to help with Parkinson's and that sort of thing, to help anything to do with the brain. I think it's going to try to help keep neurons firing, or however the brain stuff
Maybe
works.
it'll help with like people with hearing degeneration or something like that.
Could be. I mean, if they can interface with your brain, the possibilities are kind of endless, right? Like
Yeah.
you could play Skyrim Super Mega Edition on it.
So what's like the application of it then? Is it like a?
It seems to be almost like a hearing aid, kind of mounted to the back of one of your earlobes, and then it interfaces. There's like a chip that goes onto your brain or something, or some sort of
skull.
Yeah, like it's a surgical thing that they would have to do, which seems a little invasive, but I mean,
I wrote a
I've seen
story
iRobot,
about this actually with a couple years ago, where the gist is that they'll do this installation and they'll put in the brain technology, but in order to pay for it, you can opt into native advertising, which is where they just start showing you ads directly into your reality.
Oh boy!
And it drives people crazy, obviously.
Yeah.
So the crazy thing about money is that it makes impossible things possible. And when you have unlimited money, you can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah. And that's really what the Sigma Grindset is all about. Yeah.
That's why I'm grinding. That's why I got 8 passive income sources.
I'm kind of for it. I'm kind of for it, to be honest. That sort of technology, like that is.
Oh yeah,
that kind of shit's good. Like it's dangerous, I think, because one of the things people don't like about it is like, what if like can it be hacked? Like, can someone get in there and like play Rick Astley or whatever in your ear?
Imagine getting
a bug
rickrolled
in the
your
code.
sleep. Like, wow.
If there's a bug in the code, what happens to you? Do you just fucking die?
Yeah.
Because what
your
level
brain
of control does
mush
it
at that
have
point?
over your actual brain function versus like your brain telling it what to do?
Right. And how is it powered? Do you need to like plug yourself in every night?
It would probably run off like a very low passive power.
I know
a CR123 maybe.
I know everyone's thinking that like the future is going to be like cybernetic augments and man-machine hybrid, but the truth is it's going to be man-plastic bag hybrid, and the only result is you're incontinent.
Wait, describe that.
Yeah, elaborate.
You lost me.
Okay, you know that everyone has like tons of microplastics in their bodies, and babies born today have like 4 times as many as we did.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
And along with that, testosterone rates have dropped significantly.
Now that I knew from the soy photos.
Yeah, soy.
Yeah.
Don't worry, listeners. We're all high T individuals here on the TheNutZone.
All of us.
Most definitely.
So
I'm
high
the only one
T
who's
that
been
my
tested,
estrogen
though.
boosted.
I mean,
I can confirm I'm high T.
it's legitimately just like the idiocracy thing to an extent, except for dumb with plastic, but the dumb's still there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you might just have a future where it's like a mix of Wall-E and like the Matrix or something, where everybody's kind of in their little pods, and you've got your VR streams being fed to you. You've got, you know, like Ben was saying, little incontinence bags or something to take care of your shit. You're going to have bed sores. That's going to be something that you'll need a dedicated assistant to help like rotate your body and stuff.
They got. I don't think it was
Are we
Black Mirror.
horribly obese in this future because we can't rotate our bodies?
Well, right. I mean, yeah. Like,
Wait, what
there's
about
no,
wait,
there's
what
no
about the
real
Matrix
movement
part of
involved.
this?
How is the helper not supremely obese?
Who's sustaining
They're
this,
an
this
immigrant.
economy?
Oh, okay.
Well, in the Matrix, it was the machines because for some reason we're a good energy source.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You know, in a for-profit system that isn't like overtaken by a malevolent AI, I don't know how that works.
Right. We want
well,
a benevolent AI. That's what we want to take over.
Yeah, but you got to be careful about that because there's a famous anecdote about the paperclip maximizer. Okay, so basically, if you have an AI and you like say that you needed to complete a certain task, and you say like you will make as many paperclips as you can. Okay, well, what happens when it runs out of stuff that you usually make paperclips with? It'll start, you know, taking all sorts of organic matter and making it into some polymer alloy synthetic paperclip. And then you got paper clips that are made out of human ligaments, and eventually the AI expands enough that it just takes over the entire known universe and fills it with paper clips.
Is that based on a YouTube video? I
don't know. Someone came up with it originally. I don't remember
there's
who
also
it was.
a game called like Universal or Paperclip Empire or some shit like that.
I guarantee it was based on that concept.
Because in that game, you basically make like trillions and whatever quadrillions, whatever's after that, paper clips, and you do take over the universe in the end.
If we had to all choose like a cybernetic augment and you can't say Robodong, what would you guys choose? Like
Robodong.
Are you gonna do eyes or like an arm?
I would take eyes, I think. Just because I'm starting to realize the failings of my eyes.
Even after seeing VHS, would you
I
still take eyes?
I have not seen VHS.
Well, then you got to watch it.
That's a good.
I'm not taking eyes, bro. Fuck that.
Haven't you
the
seen
first
Black
two.
Mirror? If
But
you
it
do
would be
both
new
eyes, they could
eyes.
just lie to you and show you like false imagery, and you can't see it with any sort of.
Wasn't it in
Like,
VHS?
that
It
was
was
a
like an
full story.
implant, though, right? It was
Yes.
like a donor or something like that, right?
It was just robot eye.
Oh,
Wasn't
really?
what was Oculus? Did you guys see that one? I've
Yes,
only had
that
the
was
movie
a
described
mirror,
to
wasn't
me.
That's a mirror. That has
Okay.
nothing to do with
Alright.
eyes.
Yeah.
Well, there's eyes involved.
But
you know?
yeah, but not in the same sense. Oculus is a good movie.
So what augment do you want, Elliot?
Come
You
back
also
to
think,
me.
like-
I'm trying to think.
I would take eyes as well. On a
I would
serious
do
note.
eyes or maybe legs. Legs would be kind of dope.
Oh, lower back.
Dude, just a, not even
Cyberback.
a damn.
Picture-
exoskeleton. Yeah.
What if you could like
For
rotate like a
backpacks,
tank?
exoskeletons.
What if you like had a like?
I
your
just don't want lower
torso?
back pain. I'm a simple man. I want any superpowers. I just want no lower back pain.
Robo
Yeah.
spine.
Yeah.
I think I would do the cybernetic brain implant thing with like a cable that comes out of it, so I can
feel
like plug
you would
into
have
like
that.
a network switch
Oh,
or
you
whatever.
can jack in.
Like just jack in.
That would make your
Jack
profession
off,
very
dude,
easy. You're
jacking
just like,
in.
hold on, I gotta configure this router.
Yeah. Just hacking in progress.
Your eyes roll in the back of your head. It's like, it's in early development.
Just
Tingles
fully
a little
torqued,
bit.
jacking into a network switch.
You pee a little.
Yeah, that's the way to go. If I couldn't do Robodong, that's what I would do.
Think about the Robodong, though, dude. How efficient it would be.
Different kind of jacking.
Automatic piston thrust motion.
Yeah,
It is
and it would be the like perfect
Hydraulic.
rhythm, you know?
hydraulic powered.
Hear me out though.
Just
Why
splits her
do
in
that
half.
if you could get the brain one and then just cause that to happen anyway?
Because I have a micro penis.
Charles, I call this thing the log splitter.
It's got a can opener on the side and a laser pointer.
It's got a laser point.
That's how you aim it.
Yeah.
Steady
You
aim
would
laser.
have to. It's got a 12-foot grapple. Good lord.
Yeah, dude.
The
You could definitely like,
Extendo
just scale a building with that.
Yeah, the future's gonna be great.
You're gonna need
When we get off
you're gonna need probably the robo spine for that though. That support is being pulled up by your pelvis, like.
Well, it's like the ship of Theseus meme I posted earlier. Like, at what point when you start replacing things in your body does it no longer become like truly your body?
Hmm.
Is there a distinct point?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same kind of thing, huh? A good meme.
You guys telling me we're not able to solve like century-long paradoxes on this podcast? Like, what the fuck is even the point?
I thought that was the
Yeah, we
point of
just go down.
podcasts.
I'm not much of a thinker, dude.
I like to think of myself as like
a thinker.
Diogenes, but like a bit retarded, you know?
That's the ideal we should all strive toward.
That's a vibe.
But, do we want to go into what movie is your life like? But somebody phrase it better.
Yeah,
All
Ben,
right.
that's on you.
So
Well,
See, we're gonna cut that in post.
So when dudes be saying my life like a movie, what movie is your life like? And I answered this pre-podcast. I said Groundhog Day because it just repeats over and over, and then I go to work. So how about let's hear some answers that don't suck.
Go
Nick,
ahead.
Go, Nick. Go.
Okay. Fuck. Goodwill Hunting, because I haven't seen the movie and I'm probably autistic.
Wait, which guy are you? Are you the wicked smart guy?
He's still
Are you
wicked.
the how about them apples guy? You like apples?
Isn't that the same
Yeah,
guy?
I wish I
Yeah, it's the
knew
same guy.
how to reference.
It's not
I
Nick.
haven't seen the movie.
Nick. Guys, it's not your fault.
It's your fault.
Nick,
It's not your fault.
you haven't seen the movie. It's not your fault.
It's not your fault you haven't seen the movie.
Not your
I feel,
fault,
like,
Nick.
I feel like I'm missing a joke here.
You
but it's
are-
like-
That's a reference.
Is this like
from the movie.
Lenny and the Rabbits?
Pinky
Damn,
and
that
the
was
Brain.
gonna be my movie.
Kravitz?
Yeah, what does Lenny Kravitz got to do with this?
Yeah.
Ben? Get your mind out of
What the
that.
I mean, I like Lenny, but where did we get to him?
Steve, what's your movie?
Halo Forward Unto Dawn.
Are you Master Chef?
Master Chef.
What are you cooking, dude?
I think it's that one because I was put on the spot and I hadn't thought about it too much, and I was trying to think of a funny movie name, and that was the first one that came to mind.
See, I took a similar route earlier when I thought about it, and I said Cheaper by the Dozen, and then I thought
One or
that doesn't
two?
really make any sense. The first one.
Okay.
It doesn't matter which
It
one.
matters. It's the first one because Cheaper by the Dozen 2 just doesn't sound right.
Yeah, but like, you don't have a dozen kids, you know?
Well,
I'm working
the
on
second one you can be like, well, I'm Cheaper by the Dozen too, but
As
TOO
well.
as these guys that are Cheaper by the Dozen.
That would be Ben, actually, because he has probably fathered at least a dozen children.
it. Yeah, that's true.
That he knows about.
Yeah.
Cum gang.
He's never gonna pay alimony or child support.
Charles, what's yours?
My movie? God.
The Dark Knight.
That's my favorite
Where
of all
is she?
time. Still, no meme.
No, I don't.
Unfortunate.
I was gonna say, oh god, I just have it. I just had it. Come back to me.
Schindler's
Oh.
List.
Okay. All right. Mine, I would have to say, would be American Beauty for those of you that have seen it, but not for the reason that guy quits everything in his life. The plot line of it is this dude like lusts over his daughter's friend who's like 16, and then he quits his job, works at McDonald's, and then just smokes weed all day and just doesn't do anything his wife tells him to do.
Oh, the dream.
And then he actually dies at the end, which is like,
Well,
he
we all
just
die
gets
in
to
the end.
live his life and has no repercussions for all the shitty choices he made.
Oh, and that's where you relate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everything about it is cool. He's not like inherently trying to do anything bad. He's just being
apart from the
happy.
16-year-old girl, or
Yeah, I was gonna say
Oh,
Well-
yeah.
about that.
Well, it's okay because he dies at the end.
Well,
I'm not a pedophile, but as a libertarian, let me tell you.
Easy.
But, like-
Easy now.
the opening scene is him jacking off in the shower, and then it's Kevin Spacey narrating it, which is him in the movie. And he's like, look at me jacking off in the shower. This is the high point of my day.
Isn't that American
It's all
Beauty?
downhill
Pretty
from
fitting.
here.
I thought that was American Beauty.
That's what I said.
Oh, you did say that. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, yeah,
for
I
me,
for-
it's
I forgot
more.
Kevin
I
Spacey.
forgot that was Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
I miss
He's
I
been
miss when
quite a
he
few.
was I miss when he was not
Not a
Uh,
bad guy.
not a bad guy. Yeah.
So
See, for me, I'm more like American Psycho because I really like Huey Lewis and the News. No other reason.
so
Loved American Psycho.
my movie I'm gonna say is my favorite movie, Garden State, because it's pretty mundane. There's a lot of indie music in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
what
you
I'm-
know my thoughts on that movie. That
Yeah, I
sounds about
know.
right, Charles.
I don't think I've seen
Oh,
that one.
I'm
we don't
not
need to
either.
get
I'm not
into
surprised
it.
you haven't
Okay.
seen it.
need to get into it. Or
Dude,
Is this like
Zach
another
Braff.
Midsommar situation?
No. It's
Well,
just
if by that you mean, am I correct again? You're right. I am correct again.
it's a good indie movie with Zach Braff and Natalie Portman that no one knows about.
Perfect.
Probably because Zach Braff's in it.
Yeah, I'm the only guy
Right.
who likes him apparently.
No, I like Zach Braff. I
Yeah,
like
you
Zach
only
Braff
two.
on Scrubs, but I only liked the.
Oh, and Anthony Hopkins is
Yeah.
in the movie too, which is
E
weird.
Hops.
T-Ups,
Yeah.
T-Ups is great. He's in the right, and that's a great movie. Zach Braff was great on Scrubs before he got famous, because like the whole theme was that he was going into this hospital as like this young, new doctor who didn't know what he was doing, but the actor also was kind of a young, new actor and didn't
Mhm.
know what he was doing, and it kind of fit. You
Well,
could kind
that's
of
the
identify
start
with
of
the
Garden
character.
State too.
Yeah, well,
Weirdly enough.
same pony, same tricks, or whatever the expression is.
I don't know I should know this, but I don't know if he was in Scrubs before that movie, because I think he probably helped direct it or something like that. But anyways,
I think Scrubs came first. I think Scrubs was the first thing he did. I think.
yeah, I'm not a Zach
That-
Braff aficionado.
Zach Braff will have to get in touch with us.
Yeah, Zach
Yeah.
Braff, if you're out there listening, brother, send us an email to TheNutZone2 at
I would
gmail.com.
fangirl the fuck out.
Speaking of that, let's talk about the dope new domain we have.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
plug
that's
time.
correct. That's
It's
hot
time to
news.
plug our
Plug hot
viewers.
quick.
That's
uh,
new and hot.
Tin, what's that domain?
Get this. It's TheNut.ZOne.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you know you're in the zone, and we'll pop that up on the screen here
We'll
for you
pop
so
it
you
up
can
for
see
you.
it.
as with as many fucking After Effects like
Comic
fucking-
Sans font.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
guys,
that's gonna be a hot.
can we pump it full of ads? Like it's nothing but ads when they click on the website.
Penis
We gotta
enhancing
monetize,
pills.
brothers.
Yeah.
It just looks like the front
Yeah.
page of 4chan.
So
Yeah.
You might notice right now it's just the YouTube page, or if at this moment in time, 10/11/21 is the date. But we're working on a site. Ben's working hard on a site as we speak right now.
Yep.
He told me.
Let me.
This
activate
is
my-
Now, hold
yeah.
on. Do we want to put the website building to the guy who couldn't get the NutZone at Gmail, so he called it the NutZone2 at Gmail?
We're giving him another shot.
Giving him a second shot? Okay, but I would like a little bit of
Redemption
oversight here.
story.
If you hit a roadblock, Ben, rather than barreling through it, send us a,
With
send
a
us a
two.
text. All right, send us a text, a little courtesy. Hey,
Team
yeah, I
effort.
couldn't use the blue background, so I went with something completely different.
I went with diarrhea green.
Yeah, I went with diarrhea. Why is diarrhea green?
Just put a
Ugh,
picture of a
dude.
bad
Yeah.
dragon dildo. Is that
Some
good?
people might be
That's
eating.
the background.
That's the background.
Can we make the website so it plays porn noises as soon as you open it?
We
We
can
have it
and it sends your IP
do the
back to
Travis
you.
moan.
Wasn't that how like MySpace was? Okay.
God. Cut it.
Okay.
If you're listening to this with speakers on
Yeah,
and your
sorry
name is
about
Travis, I'm very sorry.
I'm gonna
for
be
the
listening to it
conversation
with
you're about to have
speakers.
explaining that.
God damn it.
But didn't they do that in MySpace where you could on your page you could make the cursor like a fucking dildo
Yeah.
or like a
Oh,
dinosaur?
yeah.
You could make
You
it
could
play
have
music too.
mini games and music.
I
and,
love mini
like
games.
Tom
Dude,
was your
MySpace
friend.
is great.
It's
Oh,
really a
MySpace.
relic of the old internet, is the ability
Yeah.
to do that stuff, because that was all like JavaScript and like stuff that people
Yeah.
would put in that a lot of times are just auto disabled now.
Me and Elliot had
Yeah.
some like fucking gnarly pages.
Well, it's stuff that's like super inconvenient when you look back and think about it. But at the time, it was like, oh, look at this cool new shit we can do. My cursor's a dinosaur, and when you click, he bites down on a fucking haunch.
I just had it where when you opened up my MySpace page and it just played grindcore instantly. Like you could have music play as soon as someone opened it up.
Yeah.
So you know how annoying that could be. Elliot, yours had like Turkish hacker on it or
Yeah,
some
it
shit.
did.
Yeah.
And it played Slipknot on
Yup.
it. Oh, it was a
I think I had Korn
banger.
on
God, it
mine.
was so sick.
Twisted
My
Transistor was
profile
mine.
picture was like a red and black striped sweatshirt with my emo haircut.
Oh, I remember using MySpace to try to mac on chicks, but that never
Dude.
really went well for me.
Oh, the IM system.
was-
Yeah, a lot of
was like
cringeworthy
sending
stuff happened on
emails
those pages.
back and
That was
forth.
kind of the training grounds, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean, basically.
totally.
I mean, having a girl in your top 10 friends or whatever was pretty pog.
Dude, I had
Yeah, I
Trav's
just spent so much money to
sister
make
and
that
her
happen.
friend in my top 10 friends.
But I mean,
That's all I
really, the internet as a whole became a lot less like personalized and more just like everybody moving to the same content management systems. So you just get the same like blocks that you're going to drag and drop around on your website. Everything becomes more flat. There's a lot less like texture to the internet. It's all just like content block.
Yeah, it's kind of
block.
moving towards just more like dystopian
Standardized,
type future, isn't it? Where everything's kind of like you get the same meal, like the same green sludge. You got to put it on your gullet. All your houses look the same. Your windows look the same.
Yeah, it's all tailored to
All,
your
all the
interests.
content, all the content we get now is the same. It's all fucking remakes and reboots and
Yeah, I mean, movies and all that jazz, games even. All they
Yeah.
do is remake because it's hard to make a good original idea, apparently.
yeah.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Extended Edition. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
made this game before.
Worse than that, though, I think is the re-release of the same game, of the Game of the Year edition. I never liked that. So I liked that you could
Don't
buy
get
the
that.
DLCs with one of them, but it's just like that whole method of re-releasing the same shit, whether it's a movie or a show or a video game or
What do you think of
whatever.
like HD remasters of games and
Bullshit.
I'm for that.
I
It-
think it's kind of dumb. Like
think
San
it depends
Andreas
on
is
the
great.
game.
It doesn't need a remaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's capitalizing on people's emotions to try to get more money out of them.
So
It's
that's a
it's
good
milking an
point.
already released game for nostalgia.
the
Yeah.
one game I brought this up with Elliot earlier today when we were hanging out, and I bought the Spyro the Dragon like HD remaster trilogy.
Yep.
Now that is probably the best like HD remaster I've ever seen because it's so like truthful to the original game. It just looks really nice and it's a lot more flushed out.
And I can support the old games where it needs it. It's
Yeah,
more of like
but it's
games
still the
after
same
2000
styling.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
still the
yeah.
same. Like it's still the core
Ah.
game is the same, but like it just looks a lot better.
Yeah.
Nick, did you? I know you were an Alan Wake fan, so did you hear about the controversy of the Alan Wake remastered?
I didn't know there was a controversy. I was going to bring
It
that up
looks
as kind of
worse.
an edge case. Does it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, see,
How
that,
is
that game
that?
was unique because like it was beautiful at the time. Like even like
Oh,
I
yeah.
played it like
It
just
was
like a year
compared with the
ago, and it
remake.
still like holds up very well. Just because so much of the game is set in like the dark, obviously, but
Yeah.
even still, they play with shadows and effects so well in that game.
Did you
Um,
say what the controversy was, or
Just that
Yeah.
it looks worse.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks
The
worse.
remake
Oh, really?
was worse.
Apparently,
Jesus.
I hadn't heard that. But
maybe,
I haven't
maybe we'll get a
been
little
doing it.
comparison shot up or whatever, so people can
Yeah.
see it. I haven't seen it. I didn't play the
I haven't
original
either.
one. But,
When did the original
we
one
missed
come
out.
out on? Was that a
Xbox 360.
Oh, okay. So it's not terribly old.
No, I feel like the 360 was
2010.
kind of the like beginning of like the modern graphics revolution. Like, and I say modern in like the last like I don't know. Once we got past like the jump of like the
Like Halo
PlayStation.
2,
Well,
I
because
mean-
the PlayStation and the Xbox, I think both
like the-
kind of pushed the envelope in that
the
way.
next gen, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then like you got onto the next gen and like there was definitely a distinct difference. I don't know if there is as distinct of a difference between like the 360 and like the Series X or whatever.
Mm,
There
if we
probably is.
probably
I haven't
put it,
played a
if we
console that
probably
much.
looked at them side to side, I would say probably frame rate would be the biggest difference. Because all like the 360 was capped at like 30 frames or some dumb shit, and that we never noticed. It
Right.
was on
Didn't-
TV.
Didn't know any better back then, yeah.
Yeah. Which you know, I would say I kind of miss that. Sometimes I hate being that much of a spurg.
Well, back before you knew better, like we thought Turtle Beaches was the
Or
Like
the
hot
hot
as shit back in the
Yeah.
day. Like,
Well,
this,
I mean,
I
they
can
kinda
hear
were, though.
sounds.
They
Yeah,
were.
yeah, they were. But there's comparing them to things now, like assuming that there's Turtle Beaches now that are comparable to real headphones, like there's no contest,
Well, like
right?
Astros and Turtle Beach, it's always had kind of the monopoly on consoles because they were the only
Yeah.
ones that. You remember, like the 360 had that weird, like
Is it
2.5
Yeah, it's a
millimeter.
proprietary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
a cell phone, like an old flip phone, cell phone jack, but it clipped into the bottom of the, because it had the mute button and the volume on there. I think on the
Yeah.
360. So
That was the only benefit, was that it interfaces with your
Yeah.
controller.
they must not put mute buttons on the new mics. From our
Everyone's
experience of
on
Call of
open
Duty.
channel the entire
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about it. Like, if you're playing controller, there's really no way to have a push to talk key, so you just have your mic open. But like, Christ,
Just
those mics
breathe
must be
into it.
bad.
Yeah, it's all just kind of shit that gets printed out and sent out.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any. I mean, maybe there is, but just look at the hardware that's sold, peripherals for consoles. It just kind of seems like shit compared to what we can get on
Yeah.
PC Master Race.
Well, hey, I used like my old SOCOM 3 USB headset from my PlayStation 2 on Ventrilo for like 6 years.
God,
So
that sounds
that's-
awesome.
That will date me right there. That's old.
Ventrilo, that's a fucking trip,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, I haven't heard that.
That's legacy, dude.
Yeah, that's
That
and we're on
fucking
TeamSpeak
beepy sound
for
whenever
Christ's
you
sake.
talk. Yeah,
I miss that beeping sound.
I don't, dude. It was
Oh,
annoying.
dude, you could turn it off though. Right?
Rapid
you would have
topic transition. How do we feel about haunted houses?
Big
We're,
fan.
we're
Big
in the
fan.
we're in the season, boys.
Yeah, buddy.
Haunted houses.
Always wanted to do one in my barn.
Is it
I'd
big
go
enough
to
though?
You wanted to?
If you section it
Oh,
off
yeah.
and did and included the outside, yeah. I used to do hayrides. That'd be cool. We had my neighbor come out with a chainsaw one time. That was funny.
Haunted hayride.
Yeah.
We bought tickets for like a haunted complex. It's called like Scream Acres. And they have like 3, haunted house things, and then they have a haunted cornfield. People come out of in the corn because
Like a corn
what else are you
maze?
gonna do in Iowa? Yeah.
Is it
Oh, yeah.
Scream Acres or Scream Makers, or is it a play on words?
Maybe that's the play. Oh.
Yeah. Your old buddy Steve's got a couple of
Brain
drops
cells
of
still
knowledge to
kicking.
drop. A couple of couldn't quite blah blah blah.
No, I think I've been to all the ones in Minnesota that
Really?
are like name brand, except for
Name
think
brand
Dead-
haunted houses.
I mean, that definitely is a thing.
yeah,
No, it's just a funny way to put it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are haunted hayrides like a Midwest thing?
I think so.
Yeah, because you need like a cornfield for it
And
most
hay.
of the time.
Yeah, you need hay.
Usually.
Honestly, I'm usually like I enjoy them, but haunted hayrides as a whole are rarely scary in my experience.
Oh, yeah,
And by,
you're in the
like,
vehicle.
Like, yeah, because it's hard to be jump scared or like I don't know. You can see everything from a mile away most of the time.
Yeah, I think jump scares are cheap because like if something pops up out of nowhere, of course you're gonna kind of jump back a little bit. Doesn't mean you're afraid. It just means you're flinching
Reacting.
at sudden stimulus.
I think it's
I
more to
think that the
spike that
best-
adrenaline is
Yeah,
really
I think-
what they want. That's like
I think
the
that-
safest way.
I think that the best haunted house experiences are ones where like I think I've heard about some where you kind of sign a waiver where it's
Yep.
like you're allowed to come and touch me or whatever, like things like
Mhm.
that. 'Cause
Greentown.
otherwise, if you walk in, it's like I know you're not going to touch me. So like, why is that hatchet supposed to scare me? You know what I mean?
You'd be surprised how
It's a
much
primal
I've been
people
spooked.
do definitely. There are some who are very skilled and who are very good
Yes.
at getting up
I've
in
always
your
wanted to work
space.
at
I
one of
agree.
those.
I agree. Yeah.
Imagine
It's just-
working
th-
at
there's
that.
yeah.
I
There's
was
some like
curious about that too. Yeah, like the people who work at those and like
Should we do that for a fall, guys? I'll try to work at the same haunted house.
Did you say Fall Guys?
Oh yeah.
Among Us, dude. That's the same meme, right?
Valley
basically,
Scare
from
is
that
definitely not
side.
one of those ones that's good at getting in
it's
your
not.
space and scaring you. It's
I'm
just like a
really-
bunch of
yeah.
That's more of a vibe
Bunch of
thing.
teenagers.
Yeah,
it's a bunch of
definitely a
sad
vibe one,
teenagers
though.
trying to be edgy. And
I would say
I'm
I
going
think
there.
Hayrides
on
are a
Friday.
vibe,
I like
too.
Valley.
are you
Scare,
going there for?
dude.
Okay, well I stand by what I said, but you
That's
have fun.
fair.
I really
It's
hope you have
definitely
fun.
not scary, but
No, it's
yeah.
not scary,
It's
but
entertaining,
so
probably.
so for Minnesota, I won't speak on all of them, but like Valley Scare and Screamtown, I go there for the atmosphere. Like I like the artistry and the like what they put together, and like the scenery basically.
You appreciate the effort.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Highway 61, that one is actually pretty scary, and that one I also like the scenery, but I mean a lot of them I enjoy not to be scared, but just for like the scenes that they put together.
Yeah.
I will tell you the Stranger Things one they did at Universal Studios. That one was very well put together. Like I was like, damn, my life a movie, but it's a show and it's Stranger Things.
That would be really cool.
It was a 2-hour wait to get into it. I think I don't think we waited the full. I think it was like $1.30 for us,
Can you
but
get drinks.
not in the line.
Did you see the Demogorgon?
Yeah, dude.
Holy shit!
It was spooky.
What about Steve
mentioned...
Harrington from Stranger Things?
Oh yeah, I've got that.
I think he was there too.
Have I mentioned my hot take on Stranger Things?
Bad show.
I feel like you have, but not on the podcast.
That's whatever. I think that the show is fine. I hate all the child actors. They kind of annoy me.
The child actors.
Yeah, but then I like all the adults. The Steve Harrington and that whole cast, they're all great, but the kids, like,
they're just one-line machines, dude.
Screaming at you, like in those high-pitched voices. It's just like,
when the main character, I guess Mike, had his like emo turn or his like nobody talk to me turn, I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
that annoyed me so much. I generally didn't get annoyed by them, but when he had that little mini plot arc of I'm gonna just be a bitch to everyone around me, I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, I did like Dustin. That dude was like, I guess it was because of the story arc they had going on with Steve Harrington. Like that was good. I liked that.
I think that's probably the one that's the default to like, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of the underdog story.
Yeah.
Like, get a little role model situation going on.
Because like the rest of them were, like you said, kind of just whiny. But like, I don't know. I never harp on child actors too much. I don't expect much from them.
I mean, it's more on the director's side, right?
It's giving bad direction. Yeah,
because the kids aren't bad actors.
But like, I feel like Stranger Things does the same thing that It 2 did, the new It, the one that came out in 2019.
Oh yeah.
Where they just make them one-line joke machines. That's all they're good for, and it's like, why? Like,
right?
Yeah, you can just have a conversation. Like, why you,
especially because the source material for that, I mean, people meme on like the child sex scene or whatever, but like it like legitimately is like them growing up, and the book is like more supposed to be about that and about how they like face that and all of the things that happened to them growing up and like their relationships and shit. Like it's a fucking 1,200 page book or something like that.
I read 1,000 pages of it.
Yeah.
Didn't finish it. Whoops.
You get back to it.
How about this? Everyone, you only get to pick one off the top of your dome. Favorite Halloween movie?
Halloween.
Like when I say Halloween, I just mean a horror movie to watch during Halloween.
Halloween.
Okay.
Honestly, the new Halloween was quite good. Like that's the one that's coming to my head for me at the moment because that's probably the one I've seen most recently.
Yeah.
For me, I think honestly, like Nightmare Before Christmas is one of my favorite ones. I was like watching that.
The Shining.
The Shining. Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta watch that again.
Yeah.
You guys watch what was the sequel? God damn it. I don't ever remember the name.
Sleep.
Dr. Sleep, yes.
I thought
that was honestly kind of underrated. Like people just seem to like shit on the movie, but I thought it was like actually pretty good. I enjoyed it.
I gotta give it a real try because I think I downloaded it legally, mind you, for the listeners. And watched like half of it, and it just did not suck me in. And I think it's partially because I expected it to be like The Shining, which is not really a fair thing.
You go in without expectations. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I gotta give it another shot.
Oh, I have another movie that I can add to my list. That Sleepy Hollow movie.
Oh yeah.
About the Headless Horseman.
Yeah, that's with Johnny Depp, right?
Yep.
Oh shit, dude.
That one used to scare me as a kid.
That's a cool one. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, the Headless Horseman like concept was a very scary thing for me as a child as well.
Really?
Yep.
I
Okay,
don't
so
know.
there's a spin-off question.
Did
What
everyone answer the
movie?
question?
I didn't
I
get
don't
to
know,
answer
Steve.
mine.
Oh yeah, Steve, you go ahead.
You want to hear mine?
I got mine too.
All right. Mine is Scooby Doo and the Ghoul School.
I actually like that.
I
Oh, is
love
that
that.
is that with the three ghosts?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fucking
Damn,
good,
that's
dude.
a banger.
That's a legit banger.
Damn.
You could have said Spooky Island too.
I don't know what that
Dude,
is.
I
That's
We've,
the
like
live
we've definitely
action
the
talked
original
about
one.
the Scooby Doo that
Yeah.
movie. Yeah.
Reggie.
Okay,
And-
so or did you?
Yeah, I'll just go quick. I'd probably just say like either Evil Dead 2 or the original It. I like both those a
What about the
lot.
original Evil Dead?
It's so much camp.
I saw Evil Dead 2 first with you, Charles, before.
Oh wait,
the
is that
first
the one with Chainsaw Hand?
Yeah,
That's that's when Chainsaw Hand starts, right?
I think so.
Dude, what
Yeah,
about
I don't
Midnight
think it's
Meat
in the first
Train?
one.
Midnight,
that's a good one,
dude,
too.
That's actually good. That
Elliot,
just
you and
brings
I
me-
used to watch so many fucking horror movies.
Charles would come over. We have sleepovers and just watch FearNet on Comcast.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
I
Those
miss
who?
it.
If we couldn't find anything to watch, we just watched Pet Cemetery.
Yep. Oh, that's another good
I
one.
was gonna say that should be your movie.
Yeah, it should. But
So
okay.
what movie fucked you guys up the most as a kid?
Mars Attacks. I'm not even memeing. Like, no cap, Mars Attacks fucked me up for so many years. Something about those goddamn aliens really bothered me. I think it was the eyes.
Yeah, I could see that.
That and like the movie Alien scared me for a while because my dad showed me that very early on. My dad had a thing where he's like, I'm going to show my 8-year-old son Predator, Predator 2, Alien, and like Strange Encounters of the Fourth Kind. Like that. And I'm like afraid of being abducted by aliens for a long time. Now I like want it to happen. And like those are like my
Sexy
favorite
alien
franchises.
waifu.
Yeah, I've like I think me getting so scared of aliens when I was younger made me so much more enthralled with them now. Like it's like my favorite thing.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah. So that's my answer.
I'd probably have to say The Sixth Sense. My mom took me to that at a drive-in theater. I think I was 6 when it came out, but I just remember the part where it's the two kids, and it's basically the main character as a child talking to his friend, and his friend's like, "Do you want to see my dad's gun?" He turns around, and his whole head is just fucked from a bullet hole. Like, yeah.
I'd probably have to say Boogeyman 2. Does any of you guys remember that one?
Yes.
Because I
absolutely.
was not
actually.
expecting that level of just depravity from that movie. Like it's on another
didn't
level.
they kind of vomit up like stuff and
Well, yeah, it was basically like, you know, they're gonna hit him with whatever they are most afraid of. And so the woman who had a eating disorder, like she gets pumped full of food until she explodes. I don't know. They had a very graphic disemboweling scene in that movie that like stuck with me too.
Eek.
Yeah.
Did everybody
So
go?
I'm not a fan of torture porn, I think, because I saw that one
Yeah,
at a young
that's-
age and I was like, oh,
I was never like a Saw person. I remember seeing, I think it was, I can't remember what Saw movie it was, but like the needle pit scene.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
I
I
hate
saw
that
too.
fucking hate
oh when
that.
when she fell into it and
Yeah.
crawled back out. Yeah.
And any
No,
movies
she got
that
thrown
have,
into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but either way.
That scene specifically, or anything that has to do with the Achilles tendon being damaged. Fucking, I hate it.
Why the Achilles?
Because it's like the one thing, because I had
Hostile.
part of mine sliced, and it like, it's just like one of those things, like, just imagine that whole tendon being gone, like it gets sliced, and I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
kill
very
Achilles,
anal.
dude.
I'm very anal about like my ankles, like getting like twisting ankles or hurting my Achilles or anything like that.
Oh, you should not watch the short horror film The Ballerina then on YouTube.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of that in it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
can
watch
vouch
that.
for
So- that you say it.
we were talking about, what was the question? A movie that fucked you up as a kid?
Yeah.
My Girl.
Or now still.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Little
What'd you
boy
say?
with glasses and blonde hair. I said My Girl.
Oh.
Little boy with glasses and blonde hair dies because of bees.
Oh.
Is he
Spoiler.
like is he allergic to him?
Yeah,
I've seen it, but I don't remember anything about it.
yeah.
That
Macaulay
sounds
Culkin.
sad.
Yeah.
Not the bees.
So it's not necessarily a scary movie then. It's just one that.
Yeah, you said a movie that
messed
fucked
you up.
you up. You didn't say a
Yeah.
scary movie. You just said
No,
one
no,
that
no.
fucked you
Yeah,
up.
open.
For me,
Yeah, question
yeah,
is
I
open.
saw
yeah.
that super young. That
Okay.
fucked me up.
In that case, Pokemon. The
Oh, I was gonna
Pokemon
say
movie.
Pokemon
Oh,
movie
yeah, I
fucked
can
me up
see
the
that for
most.
sure.
Dude,
yeah.
that shit when they turned to stone, I cried in the
Yeah.
theater.
I
I'm sure
can't
of
watch
it.
that
Pikachu
still.
shocking him, trying to get him back up. Yeah.
I legit can't watch
Yep.
that without crying.
Yeah.
Pika.
It's a pretty
Okay.
bold decision in a kids movie to do
It
that,
is.
right?
But
Yeah.
they brought
That's-
it back.
I mean, of course, right? But it like
Yeah.
you were saying,
But
it's
yeah.
got that emotional gut punch that you don't
That
usually
pulls
see
on a
in
lot of
kids movies.
heartstrings of like 6-year-olds right there. That's some
Well,
magic right there.
Especially because, like, as a 6-year-old, you're not sure that they're going to come back, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Right,
you don't
it
know that
now,
yet, yeah.
right?
That's a
But,
fresh idea.
yeah.
All the adults are laughing, and then you just.
Well, you can't just
those
like
are, like,
pick
your
up
heroes.
like you haven't seen enough movies to know how movies like this go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're that young, you watch them on the show and you think that like Ash is out there somewhere
And
just
he
fucking
might die, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a possibility.
Pikachu.
You never know, dude.
Well, that and Pikachu starts crying, doesn't?
Yeah, he does. Yep.
Yeah.
That's because the tears save him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
the tears
right.
literally get rid of the stone, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking Pikachu crying. Fuck that.
That was next level, dude. Next
It
level.
was. It was. And you got that cool Mew card for it too.
That's true. Yep.
Yeah. Remember how we said we were going to stop hyper focusing on
yeah,
media?
we
Start
are
of the
media
podcast.
focused as fuck.
We
Apparently,
That's
Spent
fine.
like 30 minutes.
we like
talking about-
we like felt the like we were turning into it, and I felt the group trying to turn
know,
away from
I
it,
know,
and
but
then
I-
it just
I
like
tried to go, like, on the
careened into the fucking
dystopia.
guardrail.
Yeah. And then there was Nick trying to save it with Halloween haunted houses. And then we just got back on the horror
I
movies.
think this is a little different though, because
Yeah.
it's not just like opinions on if you liked something or not. It's like real questions
Yeah.
about it.
Plus, you know, if somebody
could-
actually was listening and it's Halloween season and they
Yeah.
might be like, what Halloween movie should I watch?
We are a gold mine of movies.
No?
Yeah.
We are movie recommendations. We should have a whole podcast for that.
We'll make a
Yeah.
separate podcast.
We could just lean into the whole media thing and just start doing a reaction channel on YouTube.
Oh, fuck that.
Although
We all
we've-
go
we've
see
fucking
movies
seen
together?
The problem is we've just seen everything already, so it'd only be new stuff.
Well, there's some YouTubers and stuff that will do like on their Patreon. They'll like react to a whole movie and just record it.
Yeah.
That'd be kind
God,
of fun.
people pay for that?
I
Pay
think
for
that's
someone to-
fucking lame. Honestly,
That
I
is
really do.
fucking lame.
I mean, it's paying someone to talk during a movie.
Right.
But
Yeah.
to be
Well,
fair,
that's lame about it.
it's a YouTuber that does only movie reviews.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean,
I just
Yeah, so
don't
the-
like. You're not like actually absorbing the movie at that point, though. You're
No, it's
outsourcing
not
your
or have
about
you
that.
already
making.
seen it?
It's
Like-
not
If you've already
about-
seen it, that's one thing. But why would you want
Yeah.
to sit through the
Yeah,
whole
why are
movie
you
again?
watching a guy react to the movie you've already seen?
I think part of the draw is there's a certain level of joy. Like when you've already seen a comedian perform 1,000 times, there's only so much joy you can get from watching them go again on the same special. But you can see somebody else experience it for the first time,
Yeah.
and that sort of sparks a level of joy.
You're-
Is one draw. The second draw, I think, and especially true with COVID and lockdown and all that stuff, is like if you're not going out to see your family and friends as often, maybe you get some sort of a feeling of companionship with
Yeah,
just
I mean,
watching someone else watching a movie with you, kind of like as if you're both watching the same thing, right? Even though it's
Yes,
recorded and all that.
we can
Definitely a
treat it
big
like a stream.
prize is the parasocial relationships. That's the term for it, where it's like basically one way.
Yeah.
There's not actually like an engagement going back, but that's why a lot of
Well, not
people
in real
listen
time.
to podcasts just like this. And listener, if you want to pay us for our friendship, you can do so at patreon.com/TheNutZone.
Yeah,
I'll
it'll,
It's
remind
definitely an
them-
active link.
it'll be cheap. It'll be
Yeah.
cheap. We promise.
Well,
remind them-
we can let them do whatever they want to do. We can
We'll
have
take
a pledge
callers.
what you feel.
We'll turn it into a radio show and have
Bruh.
viewers call in.
If people liked us enough to do that, I would talk to them all
That'd be
day.
that'd be
Exactly.
hilarious to have like people come in and like just have a Discord.
Yeah, we have
like
a
have a
Discord.
queue people. Yeah.
We are
Yeah, join our
prepared.
Discord
Yeah.
when we make it
If
public.
you want to join the Discord, go to TheNut.ZONE/Discord.
Yep. That's going to get added.
So someone's writing down all these links, right? That's definitely something that someone's.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, we got
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Nick,
We're
I don't think you
professionals,
understand
Nick.
the power of
Nick,
our
we're
editing skills.
professionals.
All of this is going to get cut and post, and the listener's not even going to hear any of it. So
It's just going to be dead air for
Yeah,
a whole
it's
hour.
Dead
it's going to be
air.
dead air for about 45 minutes, a couple of movie reviews, and then just a bunch of links at the end of it
It's gonna be
with
on
no context.
Just slow down Hans Zimmer at the end.
10 hours of good beat long at the end.
Hans Zimmer chopped and screwed. Can we find that and end it with that? That'd be hilarious.
I'll try to make it. I'll try to make
Hans
chopped
Zimmer,
and screwed like
Hello,
Batman
Zep,
theme
chopped
music.
And screwed, yeah.
Uh,
Oh man, that sounds like a banger. Speaking
That's
of
a banger.
bangers, have you guys heard Tech9's new album?
I've heard
To
the new
make some
song,
music?
the single, because
Came
they
out
need
of the
to do
night.
a single with The Rock.
Yeah, Dwayne. Yeah,
what?
that's,
What?
yeah.
I
no,
hear that.
I've listened to like 7 out of 12 of the songs. I have not heard a single one that wasn't a banger. They're all bangers, every single one of them.
Really?
I gotta
would've
give
figured he
props
was
to
out of his
him.
prime.
No, he's well
still
into it.
rocking
That dude
in
knows
his
how to
40s.
compose. Like he's got the shit. Lil Wayne is in one of the songs, and I'm normally not a Lil Wayne fan because all he does is bass and then his voice somewhere in the middle of it all. But it's actually like a well composed song and not overdone on the bass, and his voice actually kind of comes out and you can hear it because it's not just bass up to fucking 12 because that's what high school was like.
Yes.
I don't know. Check it out. It's called Asinine. Sponsor us, JBL. Sponsor us, Tech9.
JBL.
Someone give us
Sponsor
money.
us,
Get
please.
Play it on your
50% off
JBL
your first
speakers.
JBL clip using the code TheNutZone.
TheNut.ZONE.
TheNut.zone.
Oh man.
We'll just have to
Yeah.
go after those sponsors that don't do like any due diligence on, whether people are actually like converting
Raid
based off
Shadow
of the.
Legends.
Isn't Moist Critical sponsored by like that dildo company or whatever?
Adam and Eve.
Adam and Eve, yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Maybe we can get one of those. Like,
Adult
They
toy
seem
company.
pretty willing to just throw those out. You
Yeah.
know, the partnerships. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we send them an email. you
Reach
know,
out, yeah,
I'll shill a dildo or whatever it may be.
yeah.
It is, really relevant to us being 6 gay men.
That's what we are. We've all had.
We
We've
gave
had a
out.
sixsome. You know,
Got
we're
the
not.
perfect,
We're not
got the perfect
ashamed of it.
demographic.
You mean a
The
5-man
Nut Zone.
brain blast in the rub room?
Yeah,
The
we've had that.
NutZone
What was the
exclusive
cis guy
toy.
doing?
Filming.
He didn't get to brain blast.
Who's
Maybe
the
it's a
filmer in the
rotating.
group?
Maybe it's a rotating cycle. The yearly calendar. Yeah, we'll look into it.
All right.
Well,
Anyone
you
got
I was
anything
gonna
else?
say, you guys want to round her off there?
I think we can really leave the listeners with something special, a little wish fulfillment, where we'll just kind of leave them with the peaceful sounds of Hans Zimmer chopped and screwed.
Did
You just
slow
find
it
this?
down? Oh, that's very.
This is terrifying.
weird. Welcome to the Nut Zone. Spooky.
Definitely slowed down.
It's slowed down for sure.
I don't hear it chopped though.
I think it's a bit chopped.
Oh, it's a little
there's
chopped.
a chop.
What the fuck?
But is it screwed though? It's
There's the
chopped.
screw.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to everybody.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thanks
guys.
for listening.
Have a
See you next
spooky
week.
time.
Baseball fields, my feelings feel as I grip the steering wheel. You've listened to the Nut Zone. Here's a bit of Midwest emo. Whoa. Thanks for listening.